Actually looks good. You don't have anything that's broken or anything like that, or anything that was broken from 3 months ago. We don't see any new bone formation or anything like that, so that's good.
Okay.
The joint spaces, you have black lines will look very good. What you cannot see is there's ligament from here to here, here to here,
Oh.
here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. The ligaments hold bone together. And so when I'm stressing like this, I'm stressing the ligament on this side over here. If the ligament is partially torn or stretched out, it will create pain and everything of that sort. And when you grab things or hold on to hands and stuff like that, because it's the ligament that is most exposed. If it were over here, you probably wouldn't have so much issues with it, but because this one here, you pick up things with it, you grab things with it, so you put a lot of weight on that ligament. So after a while, if it's not completely healed, you will notice pain, but as soon as it's kind of done healing, you probably won't notice any pain. The problem is you've been doing this for 3 months now, so your body's probably, I don't want to do anything anymore about it. In the sense that it doesn't want to continue healing it if you're continuing to create problem for it. This joint here is very pesky, so the only good thing about the whole thing is you actually can make a fist. Because that's very good. Because otherwise, most people will come in and they still cannot make a fist because that finger is not bending.
Oh, okay.
So that is good in that standpoint. So for you, we just need to protect this side of that finger.
Okay.
So that way it gets protected when you're doing activities.
I got like a cast.
No.
I don't know.
Well, here, let him say
No,
what
you
he's
don't
gonna
need
say so we
cast.
can hear
You
what he's
need,
gonna say.
Okay, sir.
When you're doing sports and activities with kids and stuff like that, playing, then yeah, these two fingers need to be together.
Okay.
That way that ligament can kind of heal. And that will probably be for 6 weeks. And yours is what we call a sprain. The joint is not what we call unstable, so it's not like the ligament is completely detached type of thing. So we go this way here.
Okay, sir.
You put one right there. You can put it as tight as you can tolerate.
Okay.
And then these are called finger loops. You can find them on Amazon and stuff like that. Not just one finger.
Oh, okay.
This one there, and then go this way here. And then, so when you're doing sports or things like that, these two fingers are using, that way the ligament over here is not being stretched all the time.
Okay, so when I play sports, don't use this hand?
No. Well, no, you use this hand, but use these two things with it to keep these two fingers to move together. So at nighttime when you're sleeping, it's also a good thing to keep these two fingers together.
Okay.
So that way you're not picking up, now that it's cold, you're not picking up heavy blankets with that middle finger because it's the longest one, and then you create more nothing
okay.
like that. So
Okay, sir.
So lifting anything heavy would be the same thing, wear that?
yeah, where
Just helping with groceries or
so yeah.
okay.
If you're typing in the computer, you don't need this. But sleeping, playing sports, and grabbing things and stuff like that, where there's till around like the 15th of December. Then after that, just see if it gets better
Okay.
on its own. But you don't want to keep it builds up, because if it didn't heal, it will continue to be sore, and then sometimes it takes at least a year for that to go away.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's for you, and then the rest you can get at Amazon.com, called finger loops.
Okay.
And then you can put that on. So that way these two fingers can move together, and then you're not stiff, but also that finger here is going to protect the ligament, so that way you're not putting pressure on it.
Okay.
All right.
Sir.
But you don't, actually looks fine, and you've done the correct job by keeping it bending, so that's a good thing.
Oh, nice.
Good.
But nothing too drastic.
Okay.
So these are quite common, and they say a problem for a lot of people, but it takes time for that to be, the soreness to go away. Maybe another 3 months before you feel it completely back to normal again.
Okay.
So for you, it may be after the 15th, only when you play sports you use these 2 fingers together. You don't need it for sleeping or anything like that. And then eventually by like January, then try to play without anything and then see how that goes.
Okay.
Okay.
Because it's not unstable, I don't anticipate we'll need anything to do regarding surgery or anything of that sort.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
If you get re-injured it and the finger end up over here, then you have to bring it back over here, or somebody has to bring it back over here, then that's a different deal.
Oh, you don't want that.
No, I don't.
Alright, but no, so that's a sprain.
Okay.
And it takes time for that joint to get better.
Okay.
But you've done the hard part, which is keeping your motion going. So
Okay.
now you're just protecting that so that it can heal.
Okay.
And that's
Okay.
all. Okay?
Alrighty.
Any questions for us?
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
If he continues to have issues after once January starts, should he, I mean,
So I've had this personal experience. I tried to pick up somebody's luggage from the bin and thinking that it's like my luggage, very light, but then it was just like and it took me a year and a half before I had no pain in that joint, and I didn't have to have surgery. It was just like a strain, but like you, I have to keep using my hand all the time, so it takes longer for it to heal because I have to keep stressing it. So it can take that long.
Okay.
But for you, if you're gonna do the thing and protect yourself and everything like that, by January, the only time you'll notice it is if you bump it again, type of thing like that. That's about it.
okay.
But
Okay,
I don't think you're going to need anything in the form of surgery or anything like that.
Okay.
But it takes time for these ligaments to be an issue. If it were on this side, no problem, because you don't carry anything that way. But because it's on that side, anything that you do, you're putting stress
Okay.
on that.
So
Okay.
if it continues, just wear the finger loops longer,
Yeah.
basically? Okay.
Yeah, mostly for sports activities and everything like
But
that.
he doesn't have to just stop doing sports.
No,
He's
no,
okay
no.
to
You
go.
can
Okay.
continue
Just
to be
be
active
careful.
as much as you
Okay.
want. Just be careful.
Oh,
Okay.
and sometimes when I play basketball, I play just with my right hand.
Yeah, but you don't want to cause problem over here. Just use both hands, but just keep these 2 fingers together. That's all.
Okay.
And you may want to practice on your own at home to feel comfortable, and then once you feel comfortable with these 2 fingers together at home, then you can play with our friends and stuff like that. That's really
Okay.
fun.
Okay.
All right. But
Alrighty.
you'll do fine, Caleb. So we'll just be available if there's any issues or concern. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so
Alright.
much.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wash my hands.
Thank you,
real
sir.
quick.